Hi, guys. Exciting news for season 4. The Thrive Tribe newsletter is for everyone and it's free.
To sign up for our newsletter and to get more out of Chasing Brighter and engage with our amazing community, go to chasingbrighter.com/newsletter to get the latest updates.
And every month we have freebies, so check it out.
Welcome to the Chasing Brighter podcast, the podcast created as a guide to make midlife the best life.
Are you ready to embrace the next chapter of your life with confidence and excitement? Your best life is just a listen away. Hey, Kelly, how are you doing today?
I'm not too bad, Jess. How are you?
Well, Kelly, my body is being I'm super grateful for this
Renovated?
body that I have, Yeah, my body's being renovated. So listeners, I was tossing around the idea of joining Orange Theory. I joined Orange Theory. Kelly came to visit Vegas, and Kelly came and did a workout with my friend Oksana and I at Orange Theory. And then, Kelly, you were inspired to join Hell Week at Orange Theory,
Yes.
which is like the week of Halloween, where the workouts are a little bit more intense. So if you sign, all the Hell Week workouts are 8 days of workouts. And whether you sign up for Hell Week or not, you do the Hell Week workouts. But if you sign up, you get a t-shirt or a tank top.
You have to show up for 4 workouts.
4 of the 8 workouts. Yeah. And so I normally do Pilates. I do like 4 to 5 Pilates classes a week. And then I do weight training. I was doing weight training twice a week. So I was looking to just go to Orange Theory 2 days a week. But to get in Hell Week, I've got to do 4 workouts. Plus, I'm still doing my Pilates. So I've been doing some double workouts. And Hell Week is a lot of gosh darn lunges. A lot of lunging happening. What would you say about Hell Week, Kelly?
I feel like it's getting progressively more difficult. My own personal journey with Orange Theory was that I was a member like 7 years ago. And I think I quit after Hell Week when I did all the workouts necessary, but I didn't complete an unknown form to sign up, which is interesting. So I didn't get the t-shirt I thought I did, and I got mad and I left. I'm sure there's other things, obviously, at play in that moment. I was just doing drop-ins even then. So I was really never an Orange Theory member. I was doing the punch card thing at the time. And I think they're also more organized now because, they're like plugging this sign up for registration like every single day. So I would have known if I paid attention. I'm excited to be working this hard. It is it's a fun workout. And I forgot how fun it is. It does hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also you
can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah. So it's not like somebody is like trying to murder you in a workout.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar, Orange Theory isn't like what I thought it was. So I've heard about it a lot over the years, obviously, when you did it. So Orange Theory is a group fitness class. They have times that you sign up for. They have, I'm just making up numbers, like 10 or 12 treadmills, 10 or 12 rowing machines, like 2 ellipticals, 2 bikes, and weights. So you sign up for a class and you either do the floor first, which is that you lift weights and do the rowing machines first for the first 25 minutes, and then you switch and do treadmills the next 25 or vice versa. And so they have you doing all different kinds of things, different weight things. Sometimes you're going back and forth between lifting and the rowing machine. When you're doing the treadmill, I like it. They kind of have it like base, push, all out. I love the idea of that. Mm-hmm. And so it's a high intensity workout, which is really HIIT training is really great for us. It's really great for your heart. And so I have been lifting really heavy weights for about 18 months. And I want to know if Orange Theory is lifting heavy weights, and it can be. So
they also have lift. Do they have lift classes by you?
They do. Mm-hmm. They have lower and upper lift classes. So anyway, I am choosing to lift heavier. And so I'm kind of making up my own workout, right? Because if they have you go back and forth, if there is a workout, not during Hell Week, but if there's a workout where they have you going back and forth between the rowing machine and lifting, sometimes I don't do that because that will make me, I won't be able to lift heavy. And the research I've done for our bone density and longevity and stuff, it's important that I lift heavy. So I'm prioritizing that because the next 25 minutes will be cardio. So I'm going to get the cardio in. And so depending, but I'm trying to keep the lift, really pushing myself during the lift. But you're right. I mean, it's been like, I kept talking about it, and AJ, my daughter's boyfriend, we were at a tournament. He goes, if you say Orange Theory one more time. And I was like, I'm just so proud of myself. Aren't you so proud of yourself that I mean, Kelly, we're getting close to 50, girl, and we are amazing going to these workouts.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I fall in the age group of the people joining. I do feel like everyone tends to be a bit younger. I did notice just the last couple of classes, myself and people who I know clearly are older than me are the ones who are in the red zone very, very frequently. And I notice very few people are. Yesterday, when I worked out and I started hitting the red zone, I actually tried to slow myself down more in some cases. But also, I feel like that, because I don't know, I have mixed feelings, because sometimes I feel like, we were talking we're just maniacs and we push our bodies. That's just kind of how we've been conditioned. I don't know if it's conditioned or just how we are, because mom and dad are kind of that way too.
Yeah.
Just these warriors who get into something and then just kind of get all into it. And so I don't know if other people are that way. I like Orange Theory. I like workouts that trick you into kind of working out.
Yeah.
It's an hour-long class, which sounds horrible, but you do a lot of different movements. It keeps you busy. It's kind of why, honestly, I joined CrossFit originally, was the same thing.
Yeah.
That I could get, I like changing it up. It's always different. You never know what you're going to get. Because I don't like doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was talking to. There's a thing here in town called Row House, and it's rowing workouts.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a woman at Pilates
that's a national chain. I think all these are franchises, by the way.
Yeah. And so she's like mom and dad's age, and she started going to Row House. I'm like, that would be great for mom and dad. I think rowing is really great. And so I thought it was just rowing. And she said, no, you can sign up for different classes, and some of them are like dumbbells, and you're kind of doing squats and stuff and then going on the rowing machine. And I talked to someone else, and she said she just kind of got over the workouts. And so I do like a variety. And so my Pilates studio is mat and reformer, and the reformer has chair and jump board, and there's yoga, and all the instructors do a totally different workout. And this instructor is like this and this, so it's same with Orange Theory. The workouts are always different. The instructor is different. They have a different energy. And I do have to tell you that having a friend, having a buddy is really great. That my friend will meet me there. Not every time, for Hell Week, she's not going tomorrow, or for, So anyway, but just having someone to go to, I think, is helpful for me.
Yeah, I think that's great. It's good to have a buddy system. It also helps drive a little bit of accountability, which is good.
Yeah.
My gym, my health club that I belong to, has a class that is similar to Orange Theory, and I've never tried it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but it's I belong to a gym, and I'm afraid of trying new things, because I do see some of the classes where it's a bunch of 20-somethings getting their ass kicked. And I'm that's not my jam. I am terrified, because I don't want to be. I did a class one time, Jess, in there where I was the last person, and I was the last person to finish burpees. And I just felt like a loser, and I didn't feel good about myself. And so, sure, maybe that's on me. Maybe there's a narrative there that I probably could have worked on. I could have given myself grace and been Kelly, got to start somewhere.
You and I don't know. Isn't that the one we hate? If you're what's the one thing you hate the most? It would be burpees for me. And during Hell Week, they're stop burpees. And I was you bet I'm going to get, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a tough one. So maybe this is helping us build our cardiovascular endurance. Brian told me that, so Peter Attia was, Dr. Peter Attia was on 60 Minutes this past week.
Okay.
I don't know if you watched it.
No.
And Brian's not a huge Peter Attia fan. Obviously we are. And we're not huge fans, but we certainly are.
About longevity, biohacking, all the things. Yeah.
I listened to his podcast for a long time until he really started to. Yep. And I was a subscriber for a while, and then I've kind of fell back from that.
Yeah.
And we read his book, Longevity.
Mm-hmm.
So the episode on 60 Minutes was about longevity. And the thing that Brian took away from it, which I haven't seen and I want to check it out, was that he said the number one indicator of longevity, at least this is what Brian said, I don't know if specifically Peter said this, just was VO2 max, your VO2 max
Okay.
score.
And that's your blood oxygen level, or what is that?
It's like your cardiovascular capacity to like basically it's
I'm
related to
looking it
your
up.
heart
It's the
rate.
maximum amount of oxygen that your body can use during intense exercise. During exercise, your muscles use oxygen to produce energy. VO2 max reflects how efficiently your body can deliver oxygen to your muscles and how much oxygen they can use. So you're
So,
measured through treadmill, bikes, pulmonary functions, wearable devices.
so when I'm in, okay, so I noticed my VO2 max, the last measurement, because you have an Apple Watch, it measures it on your
Mm-hmm.
Apple Watch,
Okay.
but it measures it exactly what you said, treadmill, whatever those cardio machines
Yeah.
are. When
Yeah.
I'm doing Orange Theory, I do functional training workout on my Apple
Mm-hmm.
Watch. Do you know what I mean? Do you
I do
start?
HIT. Girl, I put HIT.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. But regardless, now I realize that I think the next time I go, I'm actually going to do indoor treadmill or indoor run or something because then that it will capture my cardio. Because I think our VO2 maxes are improving over this. Brian's VO2 max, granted he just turned 50, is like in the excellent category, like he's the most amazing
Where do
person
you
in the
find
world.
this at?
Oh, and it also measures on Fitbit. Go to Health, the Health app,
Mm, okay.
and then in the Health app,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you see it says cardio fitness. It's like the second. For me, it's the second one. I don't know if it's do you see it?
I just want to let you know, I'm so tired from Orange Theory when I'm sitting here holding my phone. It's
Is it
ticking.
your hand
I did
shaking?
jump board this morning and I couldn't even, I thought anybody that does Pilates reformer, you have springs. And I thought I had the springs wrong because like my legs weren't working. Anyway, mine says, okay, show all health data. And then what am I looking for again? Resting heart rate, physical effort. What'd you say? Blood oxygen? What am I
No, it's
looking for?
called VO2 max. So let me see if you do that. That's not, go back. Okay, so click on the tab called summary.
Okay.
And then in there, do you have anything called cardio fitness? Titled cardio fitness. You don't? Okay. So now that's okay. So instead, now what I want you to do is in the tab that says browse.
I just feel really dumb.
No,
So
it's
we
just
might
not
have to
intuitive.
just.
If you click on browse and then in the health categories tap heart, you should see one of the categories called cardio fitness. Do you see that at all?
I must have to set mine up differently. What kind of phone do you have? Oh, browse. Okay. Browse, ladies and gentlemen, and our non binary friends. I have found browse. Then what do I touch?
Okay.
Activity? Body
Heart.
measurements?
Heart.
Heart. Okay. Then I touch
There's a category
cardio
called,
fitness, past
yes.
30 days. And what?
What does yours say? Or do you want to,
Below average?
okay.
This is weird. It doesn't.
So then go
Interesting.
down. So arrow, what you need to
Do you
do
want it to be
now,
high or low?
you want it to be very high.
And what's
But what,
yours? I just want to point out mine has gone down since I've started.
well, if you
Like,
do
went
like a
way down.
6 month or a 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gone down.
Okay.
What's
And then
yours?
scroll down. Mine is 28.5 right now.
Jeez, guys. What's a good one?
So this is what I want to show you. So now scroll down and there's an article that says learn about cardio fitness.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
To open that up.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you scroll down, it shows you this chart for females and
Mm-hmm.
your age
Mm-hmm.
and where you
Mm-hmm.
need to be. So it tells you where you are below average, above average, and high. You want to be high, essentially.
What's yours again?
28,
What's Brian's?
like 40,
You guys just want to hear
42.
something
But he turned
hysterical?
50 and he
Yeah.
just turned 50. So like he gets
Yeah.
the adder as soon
How
as we
is
turn 50.
Interestingly, mine has been below average for the last 2 weeks since I've joined
Well, so
Orange Theory.
no, actually, so Jess, that's the thing is it only tracks this. This is the listeners, please also
Oh.
know. It only is tracking your VO2 measurement. It's only measuring it on your thing if you wear an Apple Watch and you do a cardio event. So if you're doing a treadmill,
Okay.
an elliptical, a bike, and it
Walking.
has, yes.
So I walked a ton in the summer, and so it shows that I have done no cardio since August.
Yeah, mine says I've done no cardio since October 14th, which is the last time I recorded an outdoor walk, technically.
So what we're going to do is when we get to Orange Theory, we can say functional for the first 25 minutes, but then when we go to
then we
treadmill,
do
we're going to make it go to treadmill
indoor walk or whatever.
and
Yeah.
see. So this isn't very accurate, I would say.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah, and this is all data. But yes,
but that's so
correct.
interesting. And another, just to go back to longevity, another way for longevity is balance, like what you can do on one leg, like balancing on one leg and things like that. So there's so many different, but that's so fascinating to me. And so now I want to check our parents because they walk all the freaking time and they both have Apple Watches. So now I want to go check theirs.
Yeah, see where they where they land on it. My Fitbit, my measurement was much higher, by the way, because Fitbit isn't required in that way. And I nerd out and I'm one of the, less than 1% people who wear both. So to your point, just my VO2 score on that one was much better.
Yeah.
So that made me feel like, we are doing good stuff, Jess.
Yeah.
We're doing good stuff.
Talking about health and fitness, I think one of the things that you're talking about is like, there's always room for improvement. So when you go to that class and you're the last one doing the burpees, right? It's like sometimes that's overwhelming to be very last and you don't feel good about yourself. So I don't want to do that workout again because I don't want to be dead last because I feel bad about myself or whatever. And that's the thing my friend was telling me about Orange Theory is at my Orange Theory, because in Vegas, people do shift work. People are we're a 24/7 town. And so there's always people at different ages everywhere. And so I've done classes in the morning, I've done classes at the evening, and there are people of all different ages, shapes, sizes, levels of, what do I want to say?
Like
fitness.
Yeah.
And so I notice everyone just does whatever they want to do kind of thing. So I like that. Some
I
people are
agree.
running.
Nobody's
some people are on
watching
elliptical.
you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. And
it's just like you pushing yourself. I think that's really one of the cool parts about Orange Theory. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. And
nobody knows your business.
For health, this is funny. So I have this scale called Renpho, RENPHO, and it does tracks all these things. It syncs to your phone, whatever. So I've lost 27 pounds. I've in a year, been on my weight loss journey for a year. I think that's an amazing, I think slow and steady wins the race. I love it. I love that. Yes. I would like it to be faster, obviously, but because whatever, but this is great. And anyways, so my age when I started was like 52 and now it's 53.
Mine's 52, Jess. I know. So I'm thinking, and
I'm
Brian's
older.
is
now that I've lost weight and I'm working out all the time, I'm older.
Brian's is like 47. So it just makes me realize that first of all, these are just numbers.
Yes, it's just data points. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it doesn't really matter. I'm moving my body. I'm staying active. Right. I'm healthy. And also your physical, as we know, at the end of the day, physical is like a part of it, but your mental, wellness and your ability to have human connections and continue having human connections is really what really gets you past the finish line. And I don't know if Peter Attia said that, he's very focused on his metrics anyway. So
I want to get an accurate VO2 Max reading. And now I'm going to geek out and figure out where to go get that. And then like you were saying with Orange Theory, it is interesting. When you hit the red zone, your heart rate's what, above 160, 162? At 170? What is it at?
Yeah. No, I mean, did you get Orange Theory? Yesterday, my workout, I think I hit 102% of the percentile. And my heart didn't explode.
When you and I did it, I got like a cramp. I start getting nauseous, or I'm a person, if my heart rate's really high, I can't put my head down. So if we were getting our heart rate way up and then you're let's do burpees, or that's why I can't do hot yoga. If we do an inversion, I'm I'll get nauseous or faint or whatever. But I know what you're saying. Are those people in more shape and so have to push themselves harder to get red?
Based on what you read on the VO2 Max.
But we're pushing ourselves in the red zone. And
Yeah,
so
I think it's a
regardless, that's red
combination.
for us. And I think that's great for
Yeah.
our heart. And so the whole time I hate the treadmill, you hate the treadmill, we hate the treadmill at Orange Theory. But it is so the whole time I'm doing it, I keep thinking this is so good for my heart. And I know we're telling you listeners that we're pushing ourselves, but it's not like CrossFit where you're throwing a tire. Like I'm not pushing myself where I'm going to harm myself. I'm just pushing myself to work out harder than I would if I were by myself. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm pushing past my comfort zone, but not in a way, right, that we would hurt ourselves. Right?
Yeah, no, 100%. I
Yeah.
think though, for now, as we continue to push ourselves in that way, it's also about recovery, and
Hmm.
I do notice even after like 2 or 3 sessions with Orange Theory that I'm able to recover in terms of my heart rate drops very quickly. And that's another
Hmm.
part, right? That's another sign of having good cardiovascular health is that when you do raise your heart rate, you can take it back down very easily.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's definitely helping me too. But
Hmm.
um, given my VO2 max score, and I want to get it to be well, actually, so my Fitbit told me that I was in excellent phase, which was
Hmm.
like 36 to 40 something. Jess, if you're doing Orange Theory regularly, it's got to be bumping up there. So
Yeah.
I agree, getting a more accurate indicator, but you know, we do know that a movement is good for you, but also some
Hmm.
periods of intense training is important. And even like you're saying, you were planning to do this once or twice a week. I think probably that's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, twice a week. And then I try this time of year, I like to ride my bike and go hiking or something. Like I like to do other things. And I think too, one of the things, something I'm kicking around. So we're talking about courses, and something I don't know if I've talked about on Superwoman Diaries is I launched my podcast, Healing is My Hobby. And it is
Yes.
a podcast connected to my private practice. It's a podcast about mental health.
We
And
highly
one of the
recommend you
things,
listen to it.
well, thank you. Listen, November is all about burnout. So every month is just one subject. October was stress, November's burnout. But one of the things I'm kicking around is I have had clients over the years who want to change their bodies, particularly losing weight. And I have created a worksheet that I'll send to them about, well, let's just tap into like why we're doing it and what's going on here. And I think for you and I, when we're talking about this, I think it's important to note that we're talking about longevity and health, and we have not talked about working out to change our body.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's something I'm working on. And with all the GLP-1s and weight loss being all over in our faces, it just has me thinking about creating a course or doing a month long on Healing is My Hobby about changing our bodies, because I think it's, you know, just interesting, right? But it's like your why. And like my why for working out is stress management, heart health, and longevity,
100%.
which is also my why with the weight loss. Can a person be curvier and bigger and be healthy? Absolutely, 100%. I am not talking about everyone else in the world. I'm talking about Jessica Colerco and what feels good and what I know is good for me. And I can tell you after the first 20 pounds, my knees stopped hurting. And I didn't know like I was snoring, but my husband wonderfully told me probably after about 23, 24 pounds, he's like, you don't snore anymore, which is like,
Wow.
being vulnerable, showing that because I feel like I was just this obese person snoring. I don't know. But anyway, all of these other markers of it is looking at our why we're doing these things, what we're kind of doing. And I think body composition for working out and longevity is great, but I am not, those are two separate journeys for me, the weight loss and the working out, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. And I agree. I think focusing on it for the long term, what you're doing, um, helps because also from a weight loss perspective, it's really hard to lose weight. And
Hmm.
I
Particularly in
think as a
midlife.
woman
Yeah,
over
midlife woman for
40,
sure. Yeah.
well over 40, uh, to do that without really drastic changes. And for me, drastic changes is overwhelming and scary. And
Yeah.
so
Not
I like the
sustainable.
idea of just this longer term goal of staying healthy and, being happy with who I am. I feel great. I don't
Yeah.
even know if my clothes are fitting differently, But just
Yeah.
knowing I'm like really pushing my body to the limits and feeling great is
Yeah.
awesome. Because the other part too is the alternative is feeling not good or being injured or my leg
Right.
hurting or any of those things.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think, anything we can do to move ourselves
Yeah, I
is
feel
good
super
stuff.
strong and something I'm noticing. So I think it takes a long time. And I think social media makes us think these changes are overnight. But just as far as the heavy lifting for over a year and a half, going on 2 years, I am noticing my biceps getting like cut. And someone was like saying something about, and it's like, listen, it's not like I just started lifting, right? I have been lifting consistently
Yeah.
and since February 2024. And so it's like I was lifting 5 days a week, but I've been lifting 2 to 3 days a week for almost 2 years. And so it is investing in yourself and that you are worthy. But I feel so strong. And just like the other day, I am strong so I can lift packages because we had all of these packages on the front porch. And we had a package, like we have our animal food delivered, and it was like cat food.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one arm of other packages. Like, let me see if I can lift this up. And I was like, oh, I can lift that super easy. Like, I don't know what it is. I just feel physically strong. And like, we were hosting a party and I was carrying chairs and someone was grabbing chairs for me. I was like, I can carry 6 chairs. Like, I don't know if you feel strong that way, but just like, I'm like a workhorse now. I can be a physical laborer at this point.
Um,
No, you're not there.
I so I would say for me is feeling like we have a lot of stairs in our house.
Mm-hmm. I do.
So really like inflammation comes and
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
And so I just notice and I'm trying to be more aware of my body being like the days I don't feel pain
Yeah.
versus the days I do. And I know for any of us who do struggle with those things, it's like, I feel like for me, working my body hard and doing all that has really helped improve strength in a way that I no longer have pain.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I
Because
was
I had
saying. Like,
surgery, in my knee, and I was always told I was going to have arthritis because I don't have a lot of cartilage and stuff. I'll probably have to get a
yeah.
new knee at some point, but
Yeah.
I don't feel that pain as much, which is good. So
Yeah, yeah. So that's so great. So I think as we wrap up today's conversation, I hope we've inspired you to look for a form of movement or physical activity that helps you feel good, helps you feel strong because you are worthy of being taken care of and taking care of yourself.
thanks for listening today.
If you loved today's episode, share with a friend.
Are you ready to chase brighter days ahead? Subscribe to Chasing Brighter now, and let's embark on this exciting journey together.